Hi, everybody. Welcome to another snapshot of Mindset Reset Time, Mindset Reset Time snapshot. My name is Sonia Kirschner. I'm a life and success strategist. I'm also known under the name of Mindset Medium. The reason why I'm coming on live today is because I want to talk to you about the topic of helplessness. Many people ask, what do I do when I feel helpless? Helplessness being one of the lowest emotions we can possibly feel. And this topic came up in the Mindset Reset Time session yesterday. Mindset Reset Time session, just in case you don't know, they are group live coaching workshops where we get together every Tuesday and Friday for around 2 hours to talk about, how do I reset my mindset, boost my mindset for top performance, so that I'm looking at life as life full of challenges rather than positive challenges and opportunities rather than challenges which are dragging me down. So how can I shift my mindset from feeling beaten up to looking at life as an experience where we are supposed to grow and learn. And you're welcome to join, by the way. You can get a free day pass at themindsetmedium.com, the link to which you find in the description. But yesterday we spoke, somebody brought up the topic, what do I do when I feel helpless? What do I do when I feel helpless? And this person came on to specifically ask the question, because she did feel helpless. And I don't want to disclose her name or her exact situation, but she felt very helpless and has been feeling like that for a while. And she didn't know how to get herself out of it. So she asked the question. And I thought I'd pop on here to share my answer, because I know that there are so many of us feeling this way as we at different stages of our lives, and you may be one of them, and you may benefit from this information. So when it comes to helplessness, what you need to know is an emotion which is at the lowest level of the emotional guidance scale. There is such a thing like an emotional guidance scale, starting with on the top, the highest vibrational emotions you can think of. And one of the top emotions, without sounding corny or airy-fairy, but that's really based on research and measurement and scientific proof, that one of the highest emotions in terms of vibration is love and appreciation and empowerment and freedom and joy. These emotions, when they are measured in people, they reach a state of almost 700 and above megahertz. So these emotions, love, appreciation, joy, freedom, empowerment, when we feel this way, we are vibrating at a really high level, right? And then it starts dropping all the way, depending on which scale you're looking at, because there's the emotional guidance scale, and on the other hand, there is the conscious levels of consciousness, but they are very similar. But then it starts dropping. So we go from joy, appreciation, freedom, love, top emotional scale level, to passion and enthusiasm, then positive expectations and belief, to optimism, to hopefulness, to contentment, to boredom, pessimism, frustration, overwhelmment. And this is when it starts become, when you look at the emotional guidance scale as a scale, this is where the negativity or the lower emotion starts to outweigh the positive emotion, going into disappointment and doubt and worry and blame and discouragement and anger and revenge and hatred and rage, jealousy, insecurity. And at the bottom is fear, grief, depression, despair, powerlessness and helplessness. And these emotions, powerlessness and helplessness, are measuring, again, based on scientific research and proof, around 20 megahertz on the frequency of vibration. So when you look at it from a scientific perspective, we have helplessness vibrating really low at around 20 megahertz, as opposed to love, joy, compassion, passion, empowerment vibrating really high at 700. So when we are feeling low, it's really difficult to get ourselves out of this state, because we are, and like everything in life, we are focusing in a way which in this instance is disempowering us. You see, in life, it all depends on whether you focus on the things that are serving you. Is life always working out for you? Or are you focused on the things that are not serving you? Is life working against you? But if you look at it from the perspective that life is always working or happening for me and not to me, then everything shifts. I give you an example with helplessness. And even the people who do the work to keep themselves vibrationally high, you can do that through, exercise, for doing the things that make you feel happy and joyful, where you feel yourself really up. Some people achieve it through walking in the nature of meditation, whatever it is for them. And I would consider myself one of those people who is doing the daily work to keep myself vibrationally up. But something happened a few years ago to me, and I can give you this example because obviously I'm not disclosing anybody's privacy here. But something happened to me, and that was a situation with one of my neighbors, immediate neighbors. In the summer, they started playing really, really loud music. They took out DJ equipment. It was clear that they were in the industry before, and they have just set it up in the garage, which was facing my house. And they were playing the music pretty much all afternoon long into the evening. So I just felt like I needed to say something. I went over and asked them to please turn the music down, that it was unacceptable, the noise levels, that this kind of noise levels are to be expected in a club, but not in a residential area. And they said that they would turn the music down by the time 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock came. So I relied on them turning the music down. But what happened next is that one of the people, she grabbed the microphone and she started shouting all sorts of abuse into the microphone. What is to be classified as hatred, so to speak. There's a specific term for it in the police language, but essentially it's abuse. So I did dare to call the police, obviously, because of the shock that I felt and the injustice, And by the way, they were partying all the way until 3 o'clock in the morning at night, completely, as far as I was concerned, it was an unacceptable situation. And the thing is, I had it recorded on my phone. Because I thought I will need proof if I wanted to pursue this further. And I had that incident, that hate crime, recorded on the phone. And the police came and investigated, but it was dragging on, and they obviously asked them questions, investigated, and obviously they denied everything. Long story short, they just got away with a warning, and nothing really happened. They're still behaving in a similar way from time to time, but nothing really happened. A hate crime is a serious crime, but nothing really happened. But it left me, why do I share this story with you? Because it helped me feeling low. It helped me feeling completely helpless. It helped me feeling completely powerless, because I knew I was right. I had proof, right? But the police wouldn't accept it for low quality of imagery, or they wouldn't accept that it was really the case, because that video I had, the proof I had, wasn't sufficient high in quality. So there you have it. That situation left me feel completely helpless. It dragged me down from a state where I'm normally optimistic, hopeful, positive, full of positive expectation and enthusiasm. I essentially allowed the external circumstances to drag me all the way down, and this form of helplessness manifested then in different ways in my life. I remember at the time I was commuting into London, and then this feeling of helplessness started triggering in me what felt like anxiety attacks, and I didn't know what it was, right? I didn't know where it was coming from, because I considered myself to be mentally strong, doing the work, to feel good, because this work is really important to me, to not only make myself feel good, but also the people around others, and being the guiding light for other people, so to speak. But all of a sudden, I started out of the blue experiencing panic attacks. And panic attacks are essentially a form of being out of control, feeling helpless, right? In that particular moment, when you are wherever you are, your body is communicating that you need to deal with something, you need to deal with a situation. And that is exactly what was going on. I've allowed external circumstances to help to drag me down and to bring my energy, my vibration down from where I normally vibrate around, as I've mentioned before, around the 500, 600 megahertz per level on the passion, enthusiasm level, to all the way down to 20. And it was a really tough time for me. It was a really difficult time until I remembered the very same thing that helped me before. And I remembered what I needed to do. The only thing, and this is what I said to the lady who asked the question at the Mindset Reset Time workshop yesterday. When you feel helpless, it means, rightly or wrongly, that you are focusing too much on yourself, on your current situation. You are thinking too much, just the way I was. I was thinking too much about how unjust it was for me to experience this, how unjust it was for me not to get, a resolution which was fair. I was focusing too much on me, and it was not until I remembered that I need to shift my focus that things started to change. So when you feel helpless, the number one thing that you need to do, and that helps you, is to go and help somebody else. Go and help somebody else. What happens when you go and help somebody else? You not only shift all your attention and all the focus away from what's going on for you and all the negativity and the circumstances you are focusing too much, which are clearly dragging you down. But we human beings, we have a deep sense of compassion, of wanting to help. And most of us do much more for other people than we would ever do for ourselves. So by us wanting to go and help somebody else or helping somebody else, we completely shift our perspective, we shift our focus, and we do whatever it takes to make that person experience better time, whatever, to help them to alleviate the pain, the suffering, the difficult situation they are going through right now. And by doing so, we become somebody else. We need to become somebody else to help somebody. Out of a helpless state, we are not able to help. But when the moment we start shifting our focus by focusing on wanting to help somebody else and doing whatever it takes to help them and becoming that person, everything changes for us. You start not only feeling much better in the moment because you momentarily almost forget about what's going on for you, but the more you focus on helping others and making it your primary focus of being of service in this way, uplifting people and giving, life is all about giving ultimately. This is when you experience the most joy. The moment you start making this your mission, so to speak, then you start feeling more confident, more empowered, and you work yourself up the emotional guidance scale back up, all the way to feeling hopeful, optimistic, positive, full of positive expectation, enthusiasm, passion for love, and excitement, and joy, and fun. So that is the only way how you can shift yourself out of helplessness into feeling empowered again, feeling in control of your life again, feeling good about what's going on around you, feeling good about who you are as a person, feeling in control of the internal world, your internal world, so that the external world cannot touch you like this again. And sometimes you may get dragged down the wrong path again, just the way I did a couple of years ago. But in those moments especially, it is important to remind yourself to do the work, to stop focusing on yourself and go and find somebody who you can help. And we can always help in any kind of form or way by giving people attention, by just listening, by giving them some advice, by spending some time. It doesn't always have to be money doesn't always have to be involved. Okay, we can help in many different ways. So I hope you found this helpful. This was the advice essentially I've given the lady at the Mindset Reset Time workshop yesterday. And I wanted to share this with you because I know that this information is needed by so many of us. I hope you have found this useful, and make sure that you keep vibrating high on that emotional reference guide. Imagine if you had a device plugged into you, like the scientists when they measure the vibration. Imagine it indicating the vibrational level. And if you are anywhere below 200, that suggests that the emotional balance is tilting the wrong way. The wrong way, meaning the way where you feel more towards feeling worried, doubtful, disencouraged, disempowered, revengeful, angry, and so on. So make sure to do the things that balance you out, or tilt the balance in your favor, tilt the scales in your favor, where you feel truly empowered. And from this place, really anything is possible for you, and you become the shining light, the guiding light for many people around you in conscious and perhaps also unconscious way. So I hope you found this helpful. If you enjoy what you have heard, why don't you come along to one of the workshops, Mindset Reset Time workshops, taking place every Tuesday at 2 p.m. and every Friday at 10 a.m. You can get yourself a free day pass at themindsetmedium.com. It would be great to have you there, the link to which you find in the description. Have a great day, everybody, and do something good what you've just learned. Bye for now.